Last week, South Africa's top athletes converged on the Northwest University for the South African Senior National Champs. Joining me right now is President of Athletics South Africa, James Moloi. Mr. President, we can't let the girls outdo us. They're offering T-shirts. Now I'm expecting one from you. Eh?
I think you'll get one.
I'll get one?
Yeah.
Now, there you go, Kate. I'm also getting T-shirts. Maybe let's start there. The World Champs last week, or not the World Champs, apologies, South African Nationals last week. Outstanding, performances. But before we get to the performances, how do you view the Nationals have gone, and as far as South African athletics is concerned?
Firstly, from our side as Athletics South Africa, we're very excited because we said to all our athletes, top athletes all over the world, that they must come back home, come and run here so that this young children can see them. So we're very excited. It went very well, let me be honest, because you have seen the stadium was very full. Everybody was there watching, because everybody wanted to watch Wade van Niekerk and Karin Horn and other athletes that were running. So from our side, we said it went very well, and it was full, and everybody said, can we organize another one? We said, no, it's only one championship. Yeah,
in fact, when you look at the pictures, rightfully so, it was packed capacity. Good seeing a lot of, youngsters and families coming out to Posh to watch. And as far as the number of athletes, how many did come back? I know that it was rough and, touch and go there, in particular getting the nationals or the international athletes to come in. But how was the draw card having them in the stadium, 1-2, in particular for the sports of athletics? It's been tough getting people to go to athletics.
Yeah, we have put a tough criteria because we said everybody must come back home, even those who are in America, irrespective whether you are Wade or whether you are Karin Horn, everybody must come back home because it's one of the criteria to say you must run one championship in South Africa. So that's why we have seen Wade coming back home, and then Akane was back home, Karin Horn was back home, plus minus 10 artists came back home to come and participate because we said it's take it or leave it. If you don't run our championship, we're not going to put you in a team. So most of them, they are back now. And then some of those athletes are still going to run further. Immediately after this, they are going to go back to their America and some other places. Yeah. But we said we are very excited because now they've listened to us and then they've joined us and they've joined everybody. Yeah, and then everybody was watching them.
In fact, that's what I was just going to say. It's been tough getting those athletes here, but again, it's the tough criterion that you put to the athletes. If they want to represent the country, surely they should give space to come and show the people of South Africa who they are. It's been a while since we saw Wade running, and then he goes and runs a season best, a leading time as well here in South Africa. So that criteria, we're obviously sticking with it because long term, that's what you want, your best of the best in South Africa.
In all categories, road, cross-country and track and field, we have put that category straight away to say, please, you must just respect your home. You must come back home, come and participate at home. Lucky enough, most of them, they came back home and they phoned us to say, we want to come back home. Especially Wade van Niekerk told us straight away that I'm coming back home. So it's been so long time not competing at home. Yeah. So lucky enough, he came and then he ran very well, let me be honest. Everybody was excited. That was the most important event that people were watching.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. That 400 final, in fact, even within, I think, the semi, he ran a sub-45. Then in the final, 44.17, I think, is what he ran. That was a leading time as far as South Africa is concerned. But I think for me, what was good to see, the top three in that 400 final, all of them ran 45-ishes, excepting Wade going sub-45, which means that's a good thing. Because we could have a 4x4 at the Worlds and the Olympics. You must be excited, especially those youngsters coming through.
That's correct. If you have seen, everybody was under pressure, especially the semi-final, and final. Everybody was under pressure, including himself, Wade van Niekerk, because he knew that young man is coming very strong.
That Pile boy is also the, I think, under-20 world champ as well.
Yes. I think he's 19 years old.
19 years?
Yes. So, but you have seen, he's the first one to run 44.95. So immediately, Wade van Niekerk says that he said, I'm under pressure now. I have to run as fast as I could. And then that's why the final was very exciting because everybody at home said, okay, let's go and watch the 400 meters. That was a very, very important event in that on the day. But you can imagine he ran 44.17. Yeah. But he was not running that fast, but he ran 44.17. But he told us straight away that going to the World Championship in Budapest, he's going to go back to
try and go for the
43 or 42. So you can see now he's back now.
He's back at 42.
So he can run 42. But if you have seen with the final, 44.17, you can imagine going to run with the international athletes, he might go for 43. He might go back for world record. He's back again, if you can watch him very well.
Yeah,
so from our side, we are very excited. He told us straight away that, no, I'm waiting for the World Cup. And then you must watch 4x4. Because most of those guys, they are running 44, sub 44, all of them. So the relay is going to be very interesting if you're going to go to Budapest and watch that.
And it speaks volumes, doesn't it, Mr. President, with regards to the state of athletics in the country. I mean, if you've got youngsters, 19-year-olds, pushing the old heads at Wade van Niekerk, running sub 45s, it speaks, you must be doing something right at Athletics South Africa if you've got these youngsters that are coming through and challenging the older statesmen, so to speak.
That's correct. If you can check, that young man is very, very young. He's 19 years old, and then we can go back to that young lady by the name of Prudence Khodiso. She's very young. She's 19 years old too. So you can imagine that. But we have to strengthen our development. That one is a must. So we are not going to go. It's a must. So we'll go to all the. I spoke to the president, all the president in all provinces to say, please let's strengthen development, because I'm only 1 year, 11 months as a president. But I told them straight away, take it or leave it. If you have to put a scorecard for you, I'm going to put a scorecard for you, so that you can achieve the KPIs and KPIs. So they promise that we will do our level best for these 4 years while I'm still there. They must just deliver and then get more. It must be very interesting. We need to have a pool of athletes that are participating, not even one athlete or two. Yeah. For example, we need to have plus minus four athletes in 400 meters competing amongst themselves. We need to have four athletes running 800 meters or 1,005 and all that. We need a pool of athletes. But now it's still early, but we are getting there. But I promise you that we will push our development as hard as we can in all provinces.
You mentioned the Karina Horn. In as far as the female athletes in South Africa, how is that coming? Karina Horn, yes, we did see her. She defended her 100-meter title. Tamsin Thomas as well, pushing her to the line. Another youngster coming through. How is the female side of our athletes coming?
I'm telling you, honest, for example, for Karina, it was not easy for her to win that one. If you watch 100 meters, those two youngsters were pushing her very hard. But I'm telling you the honest fact, next time if you are going for the Grand Prix, it might be a total different language. So, but for now, she won, but it was not easy for her. But I hope, and I'm praying to say, let's get more young athletes that are coming, so that tomorrow morning we mustn't just say it's obvious Karina is going to be.
In fact, she did say after the race that it was not necessarily about the time, it was actually just trying to get her feet wet and start running. We're running out of time, Mr. President. Let's touch back based on as far as the qualifiers. You did mention that I think so far maybe 2 or 3 athletes used this senior nationals to qualify for the world champs, Wade being one of them, particularly after that leading time. Obviously, there's still time for qualifiers for the World Cup. Just take us through that, because no, Olympics must be at the back of your mind as well next year.
Yeah, the Grand Prix is coming on the 12th in Tshwane. So most of the international athletes are here. They're going to compete there. I expect most of the athletes that are going to qualify, because we've got 3 Grand Prix that are coming, the one on the 12th and the one on the 19th in Germiston. So I'm praying to say we will have more athletes that are going to qualify before Budapest. And then we're still going to give opportunity to some of those athletes who didn't qualify. They can go to Europe and go and qualify. But those 3 events that we are having our Grand Prix, I hope that most of our athletes are going to qualify. Yeah.
It would be amiss of me if I didn't ask this question. Good seeing Mukhadi running again. I know that she's not in the 800s or in the sprints, but it's also good also seeing her because she is an ambassador to South African.
She's an ambassador, and she's doing very well in terms of assisting some of our athletes. She's coaching now. Yeah. She's assisting some of the athletes, and we are very impressed with her, and then we encourage her to do some good work. And for these youngsters who see Mukhadi there, they were very encouraged and said, no, it's one of our ambassadors in athletics.
Yeah, no. James Moloi, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Quick one, just give us an update again. There's 3 Grand Prix in the country, and thereafter there's other athletes then go their separate ways to qualify abroad. When do the Grand Prix start? The
Grand Prix starting on the 12th in Tshwane. The second one is on the 9th in Germiston, and the 4th one is on the 29th Northwest. So those are Grand Prix that we have to qualify with.
For Budapest.
But we have allowed all the African countries are here in Europe.
Oh, so you're expecting a tight field, a huge field as well?
Yeah, no. All the countries are here.
30 seconds. A South African record as well in the marathon. We saw it just a couple of days.
Yes, it's been broken, the 10 kilometers.
The 10 kilometers.
Broken.
You must be chuffed with that as well.
Yes, yes. But what we are going to do is that we don't want people to run for times anymore. We want people, and for position anymore, we want people to run for times. What we are going to do now, we are just going to put more money in times and records. So if, for example, you are going to put 100,000 for a record, so most of our athletes are going to be encouraged and to run fast times, is what we are going to do now going forward.
James Moloi, President of Athletics South Africa, thank you indeed for joining us. As you heard, there more money to be put through for athletes. Run good times, you could be awarded. And of course, this augurs well because the guys then get, some money on the back of their pockets, but also looking ahead at South African records, especially at the major events where they participate in. James Moloi joining us here on Sports Live, President of Athletics South Africa.